Hello, Elizabeth here with the Newport Historical Society, and today we have the pleasure of speaking with Mrs. Chase in 1789 Rhode Island. Now, through the powers of the interwebs, I can see Mrs. Chase, and she is actually drinking tea. Did Americans stop drinking tea during the War for Independence, Mrs. Chase?
Well, yes, you are correct, Elizabeth. Many people did stop drinking tea during the War for American Independence. This was because of political protest against taxes placed by the British Parliament, and also because of scarcity and shortages that you encounter in any war. But Americans are longtime tea drinkers, and I believe we will be for many years to come. As soon as the war was over, the people of America decided they wanted to begin drinking their tea again and return to their favorite beverage. So in 1784, just a year after the formal end of the war, the first ship to sail from America to China, the Empress of China, set sail and the next year brought back the first tea traded directly to the United States of America. Since then, we've caught up drinking all over again.
Do you often drink tea alone?
Oh, well, unfortunately, today I am drinking tea alone. It is most pleasurable to share a cup of tea with a dear friend, but as you might be experiencing yourself, Elizabeth, often our friends can't come to us either because of distance or illness, and we have to take comfort ourselves. If I had a visitor, I would, of course, invite them to sit down to tea, always offering. It is a manner of politeness. Normally, the family will drink tea in the morning with breakfast, and then at some point later in the afternoon, perhaps after our afternoon meal. And of course, the social aspect of sharing with visitors. I don't want to give up the habit, though, even though there is no one to sit with me today. I take great solace in an invigorating brew. It livens the spirits, it's good for the health, and a little moment of peace and clarity in my own home is quite pleasurable.
And can you explain the items on your tea table there?
Oh, certainly. Now, I have somewhat of a modest set, as it is just myself drinking tea today. I have a porcelain that is, it is English porcelain. However, I've had this set for quite so many years. Now, of course, porcelain was originally made in China, but English manufacturers have been able to crack the code, essentially, and many good imported English goods are served for tea. So, of course, I have my teapot here. Now, I already have brewed my tea. You must brew it with very, very hot water, freshly boiled, and you enter into your teapot some loose leaf tea. I have a bit of black tea leaves that you might see right here. Now, you add these tea leaves directly into your teapot and pour the very hot water over the top of it. You let it sit for a few minutes. Of course, you don't want to wait too long, then the tea can become quite bitter and unpleasant. But in a few minutes' time, it is ready to serve. You want to drink it quite hot. You can pour your tea into your teacup. And should one wish to take it, if you have a fresh source of milk or cream, that can ease the bitterness of a black tea. Of course, sugar is always a good option. Many tea tables will often have a sugar dish, but I am trying to keep myself in a lighter mood today. You might also enjoy a small bit to eat during your tea time. I myself have at the table a muffin, so a bit of bread or toast with butter is good to refortify the body during the break in the day. You'll also see a bowl on the table here. You might imagine with loose leaf teas that occasionally the tea leaves end up in your cup, coming out from the spout as they're mixed right in with the water. What you can do in this case is take a teaspoon or a mocha spoon with small holes in it, skim the tea leaves out of your teacup, and then rinse them in a tiny bit of tiny water on the dish there. So it's rather a simple and modest tea setup. A grand set would have 12 cups and saucers all together, matching sugar bowl and cream pot. I'm enjoying my simple home tea today.
Thank you so much for chatting with us. And if you'd like to learn more about Newport history, visit newporthistory.org and shopnewporthistory.com.